Here's a truth bomb. If you're not considering the solar industry as your next career move, you might as well be betting against the internet in the 90s. As one well-known billionaire wisely put it, if you want to get wealthy, identify where the masses are going and get there first. My friend, that place right now is the solar industry. This isn't some fleeting trend, but a universal need that's creating more 6- and 7-figure income earners than tickets sold for the biggest blockbuster movie. Now, visualize this. A world powered by clean, renewable energy. This is the solar-powered reality that our future holds. Within 2 decades, we'll be zipping around in electric cars and living in homes powered purely by sunlight. But here's a fact you can't ignore. The cost of electricity is constantly rising. Everyone feels it. Each month the bill arrives and it's a little higher than before. But what if you could help people cut that bill, make their homes greener, and get paid big bucks for it? Let's hit you with some cold hard facts. Traditional gas guzzlers have already peaked, while electric vehicles are just ramping up. By 2035, you can say goodbye to new gas cars in California. Similarly, all new homes since 2020 are legally required to sport solar panels. By 2045, every home in the Golden State will be basking in the solar glow. Friends, the solar revolution isn't just knocking at the door, it's kicking it down. And here's the best part. This isn't a product someone can duplicate on Alibaba. It's not a skill you have to spend all day in front of a computer learning. You don't need to risk thousands of dollars testing and trying anything. Plus, you don't even need great credit to leverage what's possible. It's a legitimate opportunity, and it's happening now. So let's paint a picture for your future. A career safe from AI, in an industry destined to grow and disrupt the oldest monopoly on the planet. When our children and grandchildren ask us what we did when the world shifted to renewable energy, what will your answer be? Don't be a history spectator. Be a part of the making. Because when this ship sails, and it's sailing fast, you don't want to be left behind. Reach out to the person who showed you this video right now and let them guide you on how to seize this golden opportunity with Harbor. The time isn't tomorrow. The time is now. Take action, and let's light up the world together.
Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. How are you guys feeling? Go ahead and drop in the chat tonight where you're logging on from. Super excited to be on the call with each and every one of you tonight. My name is Sophia Lightbourne, born and raised in the Bahamas, so you can hear the accent. But I make my home now in the South Florida area. And, I moved to the States a couple of years ago, really just pursuing the American dream. I don't know if anyone on the call, knows what that dream is. But guys, it's not really a dream anymore. It's more like a nightmare, right? I moved to this country seeking opportunity. But what I didn't anticipate was the cost of living, right? I didn't understand credit score. I didn't understand inflation. And what happened is I started to make more money here in this country than I would have made back home. But I was spending it even faster. Anyone knows what that's like? You've ever gone to work and collected your check, but it feels like the money's just passing through your bank account to all the bills. Well, that was my reality. And I said, listen, I've got to do something different because I can't call this work because this ain't working. And I started to find ways and look for ways to supplement my income, to be able to make a couple of extra $100 on a monthly basis. And, I found the value, or I found an industry called direct sales. But what you're about to see here tonight, guys, I've never seen before in this capacity that allows the average person on a part-time basis to be able to make some incredible income. And we're going to not only, make incomes for ourselves, but you're going to be able to help a lot of people in the process. And you're going to be a part of a revolution that's literally taking the world by storm. And you're at the forefront of it. So I hope you've got pen and paper right now. We're going to go through a lot of information fairly quickly. But what I want you to know is this. You're on the right call at the right time, connected to the right people, because someone invited you to this call tonight. That means they're ahead of the curve. That means they're ahead of the masses. And one thing I've learned really early on in entrepreneurship is that wealth is created when you identify where the masses are going and you get there first. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about here tonight, guys. So go ahead and drop a 777 in the chat if you can see my screen when I go here and share it. Want to make sure that you guys can see my screen. If you can see, the Harbor logo on your screen right now, drop some 777s. Perfect. I see California is in the building. We've got Illinois. California is deep. South Carolina is on the call. Appreciate you all for hopping on the line. But let's go ahead and dive right into it. The reason you're on this call tonight is because we are part of an incredible company called Harbor. And we are tapping into what I believe is the fastest growing industry in the world today. And it's the solar industry, the clean energy revolution. Anybody on the call ever seen, all of these campaigns about going green or sustainable and renewable energy? Well, I want you to understand something. That's not a trend. That's not a fad. That's something that's here and it's here to stay. And I believe that what we're witnessing right now with clean energy is what we witnessed 20 years ago when the internet was first coming about, right? People didn't really understand it, but the ones who did and positioned themselves, they changed their and their families' lives forever. So let's talk about it. Tonight, you're on a call, and we're going to show you something that doesn't require recruiting. It's no kind of high-pressure sales. There's no experience required. One thing I really loved about this is that you can actually build a career. So most people on this call tonight, you may be like me. Maybe you're just looking for a side hustle, a supplemental stream of income. But here in the solar industry, what's super incredible is you can actually build a career and earn while you're learning. And we've got a simple system that is going to help you to actually start to dominate this industry literally from day one. So let's talk about it real quick. I don't know if you guys know these two gentlemen on the call, on the picture right now or on the slide. One is Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest and most successful men in the world. And it's Gary Vee, right? If you're on social media, you've seen him, you've seen some of his content. Well, Warren Buffett said that energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. Energy deregulation, what does that mean? See, up until this point, guys, energy, power, electricity, it's been a monopoly. I want to ask you a question. I want you to think about it. In your city, in your state, if you've got lights right now at your house, right? Who do you pay? You pay a utility company. Now, what's the alternative? You don't have one. You've got to pay the utility company. So if you want electricity, it's been a monopoly. But now with sustainable energy, renewable energy, solar energy, that's going out the window. And a lot of the wealth that was in the hands of these utility companies is going to shift. And I'm going to show you on this call tonight, how some of that wealth is shift into your hands. Gary Vee said, when it comes to professional opportunities, this is the best time to be alive in human history. And I believe that because what other time in history have people from all over the country or all over the world been able to hop on a call using the internet and be able to get together and see information in this way? Now we've got phones that we don't leave the house without that can literally pay our bills if we know how to utilize them correctly. So what we're going to show you here tonight is how you can actually take advantage of opportunity in one of the fastest growing industries in the world and be able to not only save your friends and family money, but actually put some money in your pockets as well. So what we're talking about tonight is residential solar energy. If you're on the call tonight and you're a homeowner, drop a 111 in the chat. If you are a homeowner, if you're paying a mortgage or you live in your own house right now, drop a 111 in the chat. I see some 111s coming in. Well, in this industry, we're going to tell you a little bit about how this industry works. If you are anything like me, I didn't understand anything about solar. I just knew there were solar panels, right? But I didn't understand the business of solar. I didn't understand how it worked and how it could actually work for me. But tonight, the goal is to educate, okay? And I want to show you guys some stats that really blew my mind. Listen to this. This is when I realized that this was an ideal and a prime opportunity. See, in America right now, there's over 130 million homes that are actually using electricity that's plugged into what we call the grid. Now, 80 million of those homes qualify for solar. There's only 4 million homes right now in the country that actually are using solar energy. What that says to me is, whoa, that's a lot of opportunity. 86 million homes qualify, but only 4 million have it. That means that over the next decade or two, the other 82 million homes are going to go solar. See, in 2021, someone switched to solar every 60 seconds. Last year, someone switched to solar every 39 seconds. So what does that mean? Next year, someone's going to switch to solar every 15 seconds. See, this is a trend that's actually on the up and up. How many times do you get a chance to be a part of something while it's in exponential growth mode? Most times when we get access to information or we get a chance to be a part of something, usually, guys, it's too late, but not with this. See, someone invited you to this call because they understand positioning and timing in business. And right now, the clean energy industry, okay, is going to be a game changer. I want you to look at the pie chart that you see on the screen right now. Look at satellite TV. That's the little orange section or yellow section. That's a $53 billion industry annually. The home security industry is a $28 billion industry. But look at that green section of the pie. That's electricity, residential electricity. It's a $450 billion industry. And we already know that a lot of these homes are going to be transitioning from the traditional energy to solar energy. Wouldn't you want to get a piece of the pie? See, it's growing by 37%. And what they're saying, experts say, right, that over the next 5 years, the solar industry is expected to double every single year for the next 5 years. What does that mean for you? Opportunity. That means that this is something that's just getting started and you've got a chance to be a part of it from the beginning. Now, some of you may say, Sophie, okay, I understand solar, but what's driving this growth? Why do experts say that it's going to keep doubling? Well, here's what it is. See, the government has something called the Solar Investment Tax Credit. Okay, write that down. And this is basically where they're giving any homeowners a 30% tax credit for putting solar panels on their roof. And this is for the next 10 years. This incentive runs until 2032. Guys, it's only 2024. That means that we got quite a few years left where people can take advantage of this tax incentive. Now, if you guys know anything, like I know anything, when the government wants you to do something, they incentivize you. So that's why they're given a tax credit and people want to save money on their taxes. So this is a major driving force why a lot of homeowners are actually going solar. Now, the second thing that's actually driving this massive growth when it comes to solar is something called zero down solar. What that means is you're able to get solar panels installed on your home for absolutely nothing out of pocket. So you're able to get qualified for a loan for your panels, but you don't have to pay anything up front. Literally nothing. You don't pay not one single dollar until 60 days after the panels are already on your roof and working. Who thinks it's a pretty good deal? When I heard that, I said, hold on, that changes the game. Because most things, most people, most conversations I've ever had about solar, people used to say solar panels were so expensive. And that's the reason why they didn't want to transition to solar, is because it costs too much. But now you can get solar for no money down. This is an absolute game changer. So here's another reason, and I think this is one of the most important reasons why people are really going solar. Have you noticed that electricity costs are going up? Like a lot? If you're on this call tonight, I want you to ask yourself, in the last 12 months, has your electricity bills gone up or gone down? I'm pretty sure every single one of you are saying they've gone up. And this is true because every utility company around the country, they're increasing rates. A lot of these companies are going up 10, 12, 14, up to 20% per year on your bill. And because you don't have an option when it comes to electricity, guess what you've got to do? You got to pay it. You literally don't have a choice. So people are starting to get sick and tired of these increasing rates. And now they're like, if I can actually get powered by the sun for no money out of pocket, that's a better alternative. And I'm going to show you exactly how this thing works. See, let's weigh the pros and cons. What are some of the pros of going solar? Well, one, it's being powered by the sun. The sun is the most abundant resource on the earth. We're never going to run out of sun. Once you've got those panels on your roof, the sun hits those panels, it produces energy and powers your home. Another thing that's really big when it comes to solar energy is that your electricity bill is going to be a fixed cost. 99% of the time, your energy bill is also going to be lower than what you're currently paying right now to your current utility company. Instead of renting power from your utility company, because you've got the panels on your roof, you basically have your own power plant at your house. You now own your energy. So you're no longer renting energy and being charged on a monthly basis. You're producing energy from the sun through your panels and you own it. Here's another thing that's big. that a lot of people may not know. Did you know that homes with solar panels sell much faster than homes without? I like to kind of equate it to like Wi-Fi. Imagine if you have a home that isn't equipped for the internet, and then you have one that has Wi-Fi everywhere. Which house do you think is going to sell quicker? Y'all like, Sophie, that's a no-brainer, the house that has Wi-Fi. Well, the same thing is going to happen when it comes to solar over the next few years. If you don't have solar on your roof, it's going to be really hard to sell your house. And when you put solar panels on your home, it increases immediately the home value 4 to 10%. So that means not only is your house going to sell faster, but it's going to sell for more. That's a game changer, guys. Another thing that's really important that a lot of people aren't aware of is something called net metering. What that means is that when you have these panels on your roof and the sun is generating the energy, if you produce more energy than you actually consume, did you know you can actually sell that excess energy back to the power company and they'll pay you? So now you're able to create an income by having the panels on your roof. This is an amazing return on investment. So at Harbor, we are a solar company that specializes in residential solar, and our goal is to really equip, okay? You see those 82 million homes that are gonna need solar? Our goal is to actually service all of those clients, or as many of them as we can. Now, we're not a new company. This may be your first time hearing about Harbor, but we've been around since 2017. Our headquarters is in Atlanta, and our leadership team has over 20 years combined experience in solar. So this isn't a company that just popped up and we're new to this and trying to figure this out. No, we've done thousands of installs all over the country from start to finish, and we stand behind what we do. We have leadership in place that knows what they're doing. We've got a world-class training system. So if you're listening to this and you're like, listen, I can see the opportunity. I can see that solar is the future. And maybe you want to start a career or start a side hustle in solar. Well, we've got the training platform that's going to take you from knowing absolutely nothing to being what we call a solar pro. Okay. And you can get access to this all at your fingertips. We've got the most advanced technology in the industry. Okay. I don't know if you know the guy on the right side of the slide. His name is Dr. Eric Thomas. He's the #1 motivational speaker in the world, and he's actually a part of our leadership team here at Harbor. So not only are you going to get professional development, but you're going to get what I think is the most important part, and that's personal development. You're going to get that mindset development so you can go ahead and win at a high level. And that's why Harbor is really doing some incredible things and growing at the pace it is. It's because of the leadership and because of the training we have in place. Now, right now, we're operating and we're able to service 23 states. So this might be a slide you want to take a screenshot of, okay? We're not in all 50 states yet, but we are expanding and growing and opening new markets and getting licensed and registered and finding our installers to partner with all across the country. So if your state is not here yet, don't panic. We will be there. But I want you to understand that we're operating in 23 states across the country. And because of our network of not only sales consultants, but also installers, we have some of the fastest install times and also some of the fastest and highest commissions in the entire solar industry. So I hope you got a screenshot. Now, I want to show you guys some examples because I'm the type of person, I like to show you real people getting real results. And I hope one of my business partners, let me see, was able to hop on, who is actually going to share on the call. If you're on here, go ahead and just raise your hand for me. You know who you are. Well, look at this example here. This is one of our clients out in Georgia, right? Has a 3,300 square foot home. And before going solar, on average, his family's electricity bill was about $221 per month. Okay, I would say that's fair for most electricity bills for a single family home. Now, he was able to go solar, okay? We were able to put the panels on his roof. After going solar, his bill dropped down to $123. So now he's saving $100 every month immediately simply from putting the panels on his roof. And guys, that's the cost of paying back the loan for the system, okay? It's still lower than what he was just paying the electricity bill. And I got to ask you a question. When you're actually, paying your power bill, when do you ever stop paying your electricity bill at your house? You don't. As long as you want power, you've got to pay the bill. Here, though, with solar, once you make these fixed payments for a period of time, once you pay that solar system off, guys, guess what happens? Your electricity bill goes almost down to zero. The only thing you have now is basically a connection fee, okay? Depending on the system that we're able to put on your home. But I want you to think about that. $100 monthly immediately. But look at the other savings. Over the next 25 years, if he just paid that $221 every year, and now paying the new solar bill, that's going to save $35,000 over the course of the next 25 years, simply in the bill payment. The home value increased by over $20,000 simply for putting panels on the roof. And he also was able to take advantage of that tax credit. That's another $10,000. So the actual financial benefit for going solar without putting any money out of pocket was over $70,000. Who thinks that's a pretty good deal? Who thinks that that's a pretty good deal? For you to be able to pay no money out of pocket, get a system installed on your roof, immediately your bill drops down, you're paying less every month, and your value of your home goes up, and you're able to get a tax credit from Uncle Sam. When I saw this, I said, who wouldn't do this? Okay? Who wouldn't do this? Everyone would. The only reason most people who are homeowners aren't doing this is because they don't have access to this information. No one ever had this conversation with them. And that's why at Harbor, we're like evangelists for solar, because we want to help people reallocate those dollars from just giving away to the power company and be able to help them put it into an investment that they're going to get a massive return on. Okay? Now, here's what I said at the start of the call. If you want to get wealthy, identify where the masses are going, and you get there first. And that's what we've done here at Harbor. We've identified that in the next 10 years, while this tax credit is around, the world, this whole country is going to go solar. But we're getting in position early. And we want to actually put you in position to be able to take advantage of this as well. So if you're a homeowner on the call tonight, you need to get solar, okay? You need to put solar in your home so you can start benefiting from the savings. But we also want to show you how you can actually start a brokerage. It can be a side hustle or it can be a career in the solar industry. Let me show you really the money and the business side of solar, okay? See, unlike a lot of other companies in different industries where you need, hundreds or thousands of sales reps to be able to earn $1 million a year, at Harbor, you could do that with just 10 to 20 part-time solar consultants. Now, I know some of you are saying, Sophie, you're talking about $1 million a year. I just need an extra $1,000 a month. Well, if that's you, this is going to be really easy for you. But I'm the type of person who says, listen, it takes the same effort to make an extra $1,000 that it takes to make an extra $100,000 a month. So if you're on the call tonight and, one of your goals is to make $1 million in a year, or to start some type of business that's going to generate you millions, or to have some type of income producing asset that brings millions, I really want you to get your notes, because this is the portion of the call for you. See, at Harbor, we pay up to 6 different ways. I'm not going to go through these in detail, but I just want you to know that there's multiple ways you're able to get paid. When you actually are able to get a customer, a homeowner who wants to convert, that's a personal sale. The average commission per home is between $35,000 to $7,000 per sale. That's not a typo, guys. When I heard this, I said, say what now? Because I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and the margins typically on any product or service I sold was at a good day, a couple $100. But you're telling me every deal I close is a couple $1,000? I said, I need to learn this. This makes sense. We also have something called partner sales, where you're able to actually split sales with some of the new consultants in the brokerage who are still learning. We have something called revenue share. As you build your brokerage with sales rep, it's kind of like a real estate brokerage. Every sale that they make, you're going to get a little percentage of it. Okay, anywhere between $150 to $550 per sale. We have mentorship bonus, lifestyle bonus, infinity bonus. Guys, here's what I want you to understand. Don't try to sit on this call tonight and say, I got to understand how all the bonuses and all the pay works. Go out here and start telling people about solar, get a check, and then we'll tell you why you got it. That's the best way to go out here and build this business. Make some money and then figure out why you got it. Now, here's how this works. Really, really simple. And this is what makes Harbor so great. Is they put the system together that literally a kid could come here and understand. Everyone who gets started in Harbor and wants to actually become a consultant, you start actually as an apprentice, okay? This is the very basic level. This is where you're new. You don't know a whole lot. You're still in training. You're kind of shadowing one of our solar pros and learning from them. This is what we call the earn while you learn position. What this is you're new, but you're able to start referring people who are interested in solar, people that you know that may be homeowners who are in one of the states that we service, All you do is have a simple question and ask them if they've ever considered solar. Most people will say no because they really don't know much about it. Now what you're able to do is you're able to connect them with one of our solar pros, and we're going to do a free energy analysis for that homeowner, show them the savings, show them what the system will cost, and see if it's a good fit for them. If it is, because you were the person that actually set that appointment up, you're going to make 50% of the deal. So remember, on average, the average deal is between $35,000 and $7,000 per sale. You're going to make 50% of that, and you don't even know what you're doing. All you're doing is setting the appointment. Our solar pro is going to do the presentation for your homeowner. They're going to close the deal. They're going to run the paperwork, but you're still going to get paid. Who thinks that's pretty fair? When I saw that, I said, man, this is game over. I said, man, all I got to do is get homeowners connected to people who know what they're doing, and I can make 50% of the commission. Sign me up. So everyone starts as an apprentice. You can start doing this tonight. Now, what you've got to do, though, is this is your way to learn. This is your way to get your feet wet. So what we say is you've got to do 3 deals shared with the solar pro so they can teach you the ropes. Once you've closed 3 deals with one of the solar pros, 3 shared deals, you now graduate to what we call a solar consultant. This is where now we know you know what you're doing. You can start closing deals on your own. You don't have to get a solar pro involved. You don't have to shadow anyone anymore. You can do it by yourself. So now you go out here and you talk to a homeowner, you do the solar energy analysis that you're going to be fully trained on how to do, and you are able to close the deal. And instead of getting 50% of the commission, guess how much you get? You're right, you get 100% of it. So now your average earnings has gone from, about 1,500 to 3,000 to the full 3,000 to $7,000 per home. Who could see themselves bringing in an extra couple $1,000 just closing 1 deal a month? That's on a part-time basis. After you've done 5 deals on your own, you get an opportunity to become what we call a solar pro. This is now where we know you know what you've done. You've made some money. You've closed some deals on your own. And now what this allows you to do is not only continue to close deals for yourself, but now you can close deals for other people. What does this mean? So now remember, everyone starts as an apprentice and they've got to actually have a solar pro close their deals. Well, now you're the solar pro. So now you're able to close deals for other people. And guess who gets 50% of the cut? You do. You're able to share that with the apprentice. So now you're making money from your personal sales. You're making money from split deals. And anyone else that you refer to your brokerage who want to learn how to do this with you guys, you're going to get a percentage of their deals as well. This can add up so fast. But I want to show you guys numbers because, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. If I show you the numbers, some of you is going to go off for you. And you're going to say, listen, this makes so much sense. See, this is how this thing works. As a solar pro and a closer, you're going to earn 50% sales split between the apprentice and yourself, okay? Now, think about it. Think about if you just had 10 team members, 10 apprentices who you're working with, who do 3 sales with you this month. 10 people do 3 sales this month. You just closed 30 sales. And on average, you're going to make 50% of all 30 sales. And on average, that's about $2,250. So $2,250 times 30, that's over $67,000 you made just helping other people. That's not even your personal production. That's just helping other people show people how to save money going solar. When I saw this, I said, man, I could do this. I said, this makes perfect sense. This isn't something I've got to convince someone to do. Someone either wants to save money on their electricity bill or they don't. They want to keep paying a power bill to the utility company for the rest of their life, or they want to, at some point, get to not pay that anymore. It's a simple IQ test, guys. Now you're able to get compensated because you're in the know early. So let me show you a couple of examples. Is that cool? I want to show you the money. I want to show you the potential. So let's say right now you're a solar consultant. That means you can close deals on your own, right? You're not even a pro yet. Let's just say you are a consultant. You've already been through your 3 field trainings with the pro. You can now close deals. So let's just say on a monthly basis, you do 1 client a month. Guys, think about it. Not 100 clients, 1. You help 1 person convert to solar per month. The average deal is about $4,500. So you doing that, helping 1 homeowner, you just made $4,500 extra income. Who thinks they can do that? That's on your own. Now, think about if you start to build a brokerage and you have 3 apprentices who want to actually do this as well. 3. Okay. Now, let's say those 3 apprentices all do 1 a month too. So now you're closing 3 deals in your brokerage per month. Let's say you're not even a solo pro yet, so you're not closing deals for them. But let's just say you're the consultant. That means now you get what we call revenue share because they're part of your brokerage. You get a percentage. On average, that percentage is about $550 a deal. So now you've got 3 deals happening in your brokerage, independent of you. You make $500 for each of those. So that's like $1,650 from your 3 brokerage, your 3 people in your brokerage, plus your $4,500. You just made $6,100 this month, part-time, for closing 1 deal. Guys, $6,100 extra per month is an extra $73,000 a year for you. Who could use that extra money? I know I could. When I saw this, I said, man, I don't even have to be great. 1 a month. If I make just a minimal effort, I can do that. But as you start to do this, as you start to, get excited, as you start to help people save money, you're going to get better. And let's say, you get better and now instead of doing 1 a month, you're doing 1 a week. So now you're closing personally 4 deals per month on your own. Guys, that's $18,000 in personal sales for you. We've got one of our solo pros did that with ease last month. We have one of our solo pros who actually did upwards of $50,000 1 month because he was able to close his personal deals and help people close deals as well. But let's stick to the script. So 18 grand on your own for closing 1 deal a week. That's not incredible. That's doable. That's actually average. Now, let's say you have the same brokerage of 3 people, and let's say they're getting better as well. And now they're also closing 1 deal a week. So that means in your brokerage, outside of yourself, that's 12 deals for the month happening. You're still getting that $550 for them. That's over $6,000 just in revenue share. Plus your $18,000 you just made, guys, what? That's what, almost $25,000 for the month in income? Who could use that type of income? That's over $250,000 extra simply for closing a deal a week. But I want to take it up a notch. This is for my big dreamers. This is for my people who like big money, like me. If you're on the call and you're a person who got big goals, big dreams, and you want the big money, I want you to say big money in the chat. So let's say you're solo pro. And let's say you're still closing 1 deal a week personally. You got your 18 grand coming in from your personal sales. But let's say now your brokerage has grown from 3 to 10. You have 10 sales reps now who are working the business, okay? And you're able to actually, each one of those 10 are now getting a sale a week. So now you've got 40 sales happening in your brokerage. You're getting $550 for each of those, guys. That's over $22,000 just in rev share, plus your 18 grand. That's over 40,000. That's 40 grand for the month. Who could use an extra $40,000 a month simply for helping people save money? Guys, this is the first company that I've ever seen in this industry to offer this type of compensation. I'm telling you, you can go look it up. No other company has this compensation. See, and not only do we have the most lucrative and the highest commissions paid out in the industry, we're also offering some other bonuses like a lifestyle bonus where you're able to actually apply it towards having an electric car. We believe if you're selling solar, if you're in the renewable energy industry, you should be rolling an electric car. Maybe it's not your main car, but you got to have a Tesla or a Lucid or something. So we're going to actually help you to actually pay for these cars with our lifestyle bonuses. It can actually fund trips and experiences. Whatever you want to put that money to, guys, the money's yours. Now, what I want you to understand is that there's 2 ways you can get started with Harbor. I know some of you are sitting there crunching the numbers like these numbers are incredible. I can do this. What does this thing cost? What's the catch? I know it's expensive. Guys, I'm going to be real with you all. To get started and go through our entire training program and get access to all the commissions we talked about tonight, guys, all you've got to do is become what we call a solar apprentice. A solar apprentice, which allows you to go through our program to become a consultant and then a pro. Guess how much it is to get started? If you wanted to start your own solar company, guys, it would cost you millions of dollars. If you wanted to start your own solar brokerage just in your city or your state, it will cost you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But here at Harbor, Our goal is to literally help so many people across this country. We made it almost a no-brainer. You can actually get started in our apprentice program, guys, for $99. I know y'all was like, what? Y'all, for $100. Some of you spend $100 today between Starbucks and lunch and happy hour. Let's just keep it real. And there's no return on that investment. You can start a business right now where you can do a deal a month and almost be making $250,000 and put 3 of your friends in position for $100. Then it's $49 a month because we give you your own website. We give you access to our training portal. We have a mobile app for your phone. We've got some of the best tech in the industry where we're able to do look at the homeowners' roofs and actually design their systems virtually. $50 a month, guys. $100 to get started tonight and $50 ongoing for access to the technology. That's an absolute no-brainer. But if you're on the call tonight and you're like, Sophie, I don't have $100, and this is meant with no disrespect, but if you don't have $100 tonight to get started, you need to call someone tonight and borrow it so that you can get started and close some deals so you never have $100 problem again. But if you don't have it, we have a free program where you can be an ambassador, which means that you can't get paid 6 different ways because you're not a part of, the consultant program, but we'll pay you a referral. If you know some people who are homeowners and you basically send them our way, we'll pay you between $500 to $1,000 for every referral. But I'm the type of person, I'm keeping it real with you guys. Why settle for just $500 to $1,000 when you can make 35 to 7 for $100? I mean, I don't know. But you know your situation, I don't. So there's typically 3 types of people on the call. The first person is a person who's a homeowner who said, I need solar. I need to know what my savings are. Get with the person that invited you to the call. We can schedule your free energy savings analysis and see what it will cost for you to go solar. Guys, it's going to cost you nothing out of pocket, but we can at least tell you what your system's going to cost and we can show you the savings. Okay? You can become a solar ambassador, which is absolutely free. All the person who invited you tonight is going to do is send you to their website. They're going to give you a little form to fill out so that we're going to show you how to submit your homeowner's contact information. And if we are able to close the deal for you, we'll send you a $500 to $1,000 referral fee. Or you can be what I believe 99% of you on this call tonight is going to do. You become a consultant. Invest $99 in yourself. Get trained. Get certified. And start taking advantage of the 6 ways that we get paid here at Harbor. Guys, I got to ask you one question before we get out of here. If you knew what you know now about Amazon, about Tesla, about Uber, about Facebook, and you had an opportunity to get involved before the rest of the world even knew it existed, would you have done it? All of y'all are shaking your head saying, absolutely. The same exact thing is happening here with solar. Most people aren't paying attention to it. They don't know what hit them. They're going to wonder where it came from when it's mandated for every home in this country to have solar. But you have the opportunity to be able to be in position to put people in position to transition from the old energy system to the new and be able to get paid well for it. And all you've got to do is invest $100 in you. Guys, get back with the person that invited you to this call. Get in position, get trained. Let's get you referring. Guys, let's get you paid. I appreciate you for hopping on the call tonight. My name is Sophia Lightbourne. I'm looking forward to helping you all make some big commissions and help the world go green. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.